Columbus campus of Ohio State has created a cult following all over the country. Confident and cool, compiling staggering statistics, widening the chasm between himself and all others in college football. Come with us as we chronicle his continued convincing climb towards greatness. He and the Buckeyes have their crosshairs set on the Cats just a cool breeze away from Chicago. Kickoff is coming. Cat freshman with a lot of talent and so far not a whole lot of experience. Also back is Jason Wright, who will take a knee. 55%. He's been their starter since week 2. And the Northwestern skill people include Phil Moore, Wright, who has been spectacular at times this year. A backup running back. He's a wideout today. And Bazinet going out of the gun. Throw on the run is batted down. The offensive line looks this way for the Wildcats. Very young, with King a senior, Rail a senior. And the defensive front for Ohio State is outstanding. With Will Smith and Darian Scott. Handoff out of the gun, and Jason Wright. We look at the Buckeye linebackers.
Really unusual situation with C. Grant, number 6, a former corner. He runs like a corner, but he's 220 pounds. He hits like a freight train.
And the guy you just saw make the tackle, Michael Doss, leads that defensive backfield.
Two-time All-America, captain, 3-year starter in the Big Ten's preseason Defensive Player of the Year. 3rd and 5, and even had that been caught, it would not have been enough.
We need to follow and study.
Ryan Huffman pressured as he gets off a beauty. And Chris Gamble under it at the 35. We'll have a halo violation. Gamble gets nothing out of the return.
Kick catch interference on the kicking team. 2-yard radius foul. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So Ohio State starting with terrific field position at their 45-yard line, and Craig Krenzel out of the gun. And the give for about 3 yards. Last year, a couple of starts when Steve Belisari was suspended toward the end of the year. And with Hamby, Jenkins, Hartsock, and Gamble, the receivers, Clarett right now 5th in the country at 144 yards per game. The surgery wouldn't have been surprised to see him jog out of the recovery room, try to suit up for that one. Now Clarett's first carry and across midfield. Adrian Clark getting a start for Mike Stafford. Injured ankle cost him playing against Indiana last week, and Clark will again get a start here today. The defensive front for the Wildcats.
Lauren Howard, number 66, a true freshman.
Wildcat territory, 3rd and 4. And Krenzel hanging one deep for Jenkins. A one-handed attempt and incomplete. Wildcat linebackers headed by Pickens and Schimmel. They each have 56 tackles. Tops on the team.
And you just saw Covington with the coverage last week against arguably the best wide receiver in the country, Charles Rogers from Michigan State.
So Northwestern forces a Buckeye 3 and out. And Andy Groom hangs this one up for Kinley Patrick, who returns across the 20.
Big-time plays, big-time pregame speeches, and I'll give you more about after the play, Dave.
All right, Jason Wright takes it off the left side.
Sonny Liston back in 1964, and nobody thought this young boxer could beat Sonny Liston except this upstart fighter.
Really, we should take that as an insult, as if there's no way we can win these games. On 3rd and 2.
And a way to control the ball a little better.
Ryan Huffman's second punt. And Akins, who was called for the halo violation, makes the tackle on Chris Gamble after the snap, coming from the 37 with Clarett. Cutting it back for about 5 yards.
Let's let this play run, and I'll finish that expert comment I was making.
Clarett hit hard at the 44. Dominique Price comes up, and they may have knocked it loose, and they did, and Northwestern recovered. 44-yard line of the Buckeyes, they take over. And Bazinet going deep middle, overthrows Backus. Knew there had to be a story. Out of the gun comes Wright. Jason almost got away from Mike Doss.
He is just as good a tackler.
Buckeyes come with the blitz. Bazinet incomplete, intended for Patrick. Then Gamble somewhere inside his 10. See if they can get to the roll, and they do it. Akins downs it at the 3.
Presenting sponsors of the Heisman Trophy.
Clarett on his 4th carry.
Maurice Clarett, 3 yards, and then boom, he's going to hit a big one on him. It's just a matter of when, and they keep stopping him now, though.
Not here. John Pickens up to stuff him, and again Northwestern saying they got a fumble. They do!
Now, Mike, what you're talking about is coming into a hostile environment.
For Clarett, 1st and goal, Northwestern 9-yard line. Bassinet runs option right with the pitch, and again a quick Buckeye defense. Northwestern close, taking a shocking early lead here. Bassinet well protected to the end zone and overthrown. Sends right in motion, and they run option that side to the short side of the field. Up is Matt Wilhelm, is on try, a 26-yarder. He's 5 out of 6 for the year. And the Wildcats have an early lead. 2 Clarett fumbles. The second produces the first points of the night. This will come down to the 8-yard line. Maurice Hall on the return for Ohio State. Brings it out 20 yards. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from their 28. And Lydell Ross, who got the game's first carry. That's after playing 4 games. No telling whether the records will fall. Krenzel can't find nobody. And finally has to keep, chased by David Thompson. Ryan Hamby in motion. Clarett easily with a first down. And Buckeyes finally with a first down. Krenzel steps up, keeps again. Lots of room up the middle. Krenzel to the 35 of the Wildcats. Krenzel with the Buckeyes finally on the move. Lydell Ross wrapped up. The very next game he figured he might start. He did a lot of work. He got 2 carries, 11 yards. Not real thrilled about it. Krenzel scrambles, has to overthrow Chris Vance. Brandon Joe in motion. Flags and whistles.
Prior to the snap,
Here's the call.
False start, offense. 5-yard penalty remains. 3rd down.
Empty backfield, 3rd and 14. 5 wide look. They come with a secondary blitz. He gets it off, and that's going to be Jenkins very close to a first down. 4th, a couple of feet, I formation. As the Buckeyes go for it from the 26 of Northwestern. And to give to Clarett, who is stopped.
And so Pat Durr got hurt. That's the way to fill a hole. What a great job they've done on Clarett in this rushing offense.
Wright fighting his way up the middle. 4, tough. Bassinet hits it and complete. Roger Jordan with a first down to the 45.
Growing up. It's called rising to the occasion.
Wright, and they get it into the hands of Akins on a reverse. He's got room. Knocked out Buckeye 40.
For Northwestern.
Wright. Out of the tackle by C. Grant, and he should have another first down.
Running Ohio State defenders.
With pace, no huddle. Right again, and this time they've got him for a short gain. Because of the great field position on the second Clarett fumble, they got a short field goal. They look unstoppable. Backus is down to the 12. He was on a field. Throwing for the corner of the end zone, and a fade. High snap, Bassinet inside give right, and down to the 9.
They use verbiage and vernacular.
How about that, huh?
Need the 1.5 at least. Another fade into the end zone and turning the wrong way. Just a yard longer than his first attempt, which was also at a much tougher angle. This is no angle at all, and it is 6-0. David Wasilewski is 2 for 2. Huffman's kick down to him at the 2. Hall's got a wall set up on the left side, and a nice return comes out to the 33. Ray Lewis had Monday night. 18 tackles, a one-man force. Krenzel rolling. Into traffic, Vance. This is a defense that gave Navy, 678 total yards. But the Wildcats managed to win. Buckeyes are finding they're going a lot tougher than they expected so far. Another nice pattern. Jenkins was wide open. 6-0 Northwestern. Up 6, but the Buckeyes are driving. Another strike over the middle for Jenkins. Could it be?
I'll tell you, he really wants to play football. That's what all his coaches talk about.
Reverse. Vance. And the Wildcats had him, but he gets a pass off for Krenzel, who almost makes a one-handed catch at the goal line.
And down and stopped in front of the goal line. Lineman downfield.
Wide left. And Krenzel on 1st and 15. Can keep it if he wants to. Look up, all kinds of room, and he's down to the 7. Second down, and I'll call it 3. And Ross looks for room left side. They got him at the 3.
They have thrown down the gauntlet, and here they are at their own goal line.
Ross picks his way down to the goal line and has a touchdown. Lydell Ross has tied it for the Buckeyes as Clarett watches and does not exhibit any happiness at all for his backup success. Mike Nugent has made 45 straight point-after touchdowns at Ohio State, despite all their first quarter woes. They get one sustained drive, and they get a touchdown from the sophomore out of Tampa. And just like that, they lead 7-6. Nugent drives this one clear through the end zone.
Mr. Tressel knows what he's doing.
Right. And a gain of about 2. Well, they had to score late and then hang on late. Inside throw, Backus. Driven down. Won't want a 3 and out just after giving up the go-ahead score, and they'll get a first down. Aggies finally get an offense that can score. Defense gives up 48. Deep pass almost brought in. Has made this one a very interesting first half, though, on 2nd and 10. Right. Some of his best runs. Ross only out one play. Here's Bazinet scrambling on 3rd and 8. Throw on target and brought in. Juggled, now they say an incomplete.
That's a catch. Those shoulders came around. It's a perfect throw.
We will check that one out again. That certainly looked like a catch.
Huffman hurried, made some penance, and sat out a couple of series after 2 lost fumbles. Ross, though, getting to carry on 1st down. And a 2nd down and 6. With the Buckeyes in 3 wide. They've gone 3, 4, and sometimes 5 wides. Ross on another carry and taking advantage. Trainers take a look at him as Clarett comes in. Takes it into some traffic. Well, split wide on the 2nd down and 7. One-on-one with the best cover man the Cats have, Raheem Covington. They get it out to Drew Carter, and he's up getting loose again. First down Buckeyes. Krenzel to throw deep. Michael Jenkins one-on-one goes up with Covington incomplete.
Coley Clark in there with the pressure.
Again to the air. And again incomplete. This 3rd and 10. Three-man rush. Krenzel incomplete.
Ball.
And now Andy Groon, the Big Ten's leading punter, at nearly 45 yards per kick. Patrick has room. Watch out now. Patrick may take this one all the way. He's caught, and the punter, Andy Groon, prevents a touchdown at the 9.
Personal foul on the return team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Did it ever. Their own 44. Same man. Coonlay Patrick.
Held, got driven all the way into the sideline.
Jason Wright. And squeezes through. Got to be the fastest punter college football. Right. Come up. Shotgun snap right. Tumbles across the 30. First down, Northwestern.
He's not happy. He's depressed. Nor should he be.
Has been very accurate with the quick slants, and Fillmore followed the pattern until he went to Evans to fade. Fillmore! Incomplete.
Football, it's a judgment call, not so in college. You've got to get a foot down in college. Oh my gosh, that's a touchdown.
Gosh, that is a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Wow.
Inside, first carry, Noah Herron. Wasilewski will try his third field goal. This is the longest by 10 yards. But again, it's a straight-on kick, and it is good. So Northwestern settles for 3 for the third time tonight, but it's good enough for the lead. They were robbed, though. And the fans are letting them know about it.
Even though they were close plays, they would look obvious.
Onside kick. This worked against Michigan State, but not here. And
Dave Perry will get it right, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy.
this is just another in a series of games that have had misses like this. Wide open. Gamble at the 15.
Beautiful call by Jim Bowman.
A corner at Cincinnati, and then he broke up one of the end zone potential game-winning pass by the Bearcats. Clarett back to work. And you'd think he'd run with a little purpose. Brandon Joe in motion. Clarett again, 2nd and 3. Big hole, and he has a 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Clarett. Always gouges out at least another yard after contact. It's his number. Bounces off the right side. Foot race. He's going to win it. And Ohio State back in front.
And when I say that Clarett reminds me of those great backs, Herschel Walker and Bo Jackson, here's one of the kinds of things we don't know his foot speed.
Of his freshman year. And Groom does a nice job on a low snap as Nugent makes it 14-9 Buckeyes. Last couple of possessions, 2:43, plenty of time for them to maybe head into the locker room with a halftime lead. They'll start from their 20, from where they were a year ago to where they are now. They're one of the best units in the country. Right? Lost.
Boy, I don't know.
Touchdown all the way. Touchdown all the way. Here comes Wright. And right in a foot race. Donnie Nicky had an angle on it at midfield down to the 45-yard line. Good a breather. Noah Herron checks in for him. Azadeh, pump fake, deep pattern, open, drop this time, and Fillmore gets blasted. 2nd down and 10. And that's been the most consistent ground gainer. Azadeh, with Wilhelm coming on the blitz, gets this one to right. Chased by Nicky through his tackle. Will Allen has him inside the 5. And go Wildcats at the Ohio State 4. Right. Down to the 1. A foot away, 2nd and goal. Right. Met at the 1, driven backward. Azadeh out of the gun, 3rd and goal from the 1. And it's broken up. A 4th time tonight. Wasilewski comes out for the field goal, and he missed it. They were a foot away, and they come away with nothing. You talk about frustrating. Maurice Clarett on what should be the last play of the first half. Ohio State just 234 total yards. We say just because Northwestern's given up 522 per game. They've only outgained the Cats by 19 yards. 2 early Ohio State fumbles by Clarett kept Northwestern in the game and fired up. It's the Buckeyes, though, by 5, 14-9 as we send it to Matt Winder in the studio.
Clarett is a really young guy. They'll split time, but he refused to say, Dave, just how they would split that time.
Clarett. Ross in the backfield. Lydell Ross upended, coming up from free safety Dominique Price. Clarett, top of your screen, wide left. Frenzel throwing the other way. Gamble at the 24. Four-man rush, good protection. Deep ball, Gamble, incomplete. So a 41-yard Mike Nugent try coming. He's not missed a single kick this year. And 7 of his last 10 have been long ones. 9 of 9 for the year with a best of 51. And his mark is going to stay flawless. 24 of 24 PATs, now 10 of 10 field goals. And the Buckeyes have an 8-point lead. So they come out, start the third quarter with points. 12-17 to go in the third. Jim Tressel and Ohio State trying to feel like they've got some control of factor capacity. Very close. 17-9 lead now for Ohio State. Wright returns from the 5. Has a nice wall set up. And he may go. Nugent, the kicker, turns him back inside, and he's finally caught inside the 30. Well, he's carried 20 times, 86 yards. Made a couple of nice catches. Azame rolling here, chased by Will Smith, and throws it away.
Well, just a minute, I'll tell you what I was going to tell you.
Azame's pass caught by Patrick. 3rd and 3. Azame looks to that slant, and maybe the only time it hasn't worked. Back is a
tough angle for a right-footed kicker.
Good snap and hold, and he hooked this one. So he hit his first 3. He has missed his last 2. All right, and the Buckeyes take over. 1st and 10, 21-yard line. And Clarett on the carry. You can't miss any chance at getting points. Deep ball for Gamble, open. Knocked away by Herschel Henderson.
Simple.
3rd and 7, play action. Frenzel away from pressure, keeping first down. He can be a weapon with his legs. Frenzel 123 with his arm and 64 with his legs. Ross getting plenty of work tonight. 2 tight ends and 2 wides on the right side. And Clarett with a first down. Buckeyes start to grind it out. They have that advantage. They also have the experience advantage, which is even more marked. Clarett hit solidly by John Pickens. Clarett on 2nd down. Down to the 40 to Matt Weiner, the former Wildcat offensive coordinator. 3rd and 1. Frenzel sneaking and only gets it with 2nd effort. And this drive for Ohio State, one where they look like they may be wearing them down. This physical superiority. Ross gets 5.
Still mildewed.
2nd and 5. And Frenzel, little dump over the middle. First catch tonight by a tight end, Ben Hartsock. The Buckeyes just keep grinding. And the chains keep moving. Clarett off the right side. Maurice Clarett has his 2nd touchdown.
Maurice Clarett, the ball carrier, touchdown, Ohio State to score.
That's the burst that we've been expecting to see and have not all night. That's really the first time he's put his nose across the line of scrimmage that he hasn't been immediately hit. So he had a chance to turn it on, and again for the 2nd time tonight.
For the year. Nugent to make it 24-9 Ohio State. And it's a completely different Maurice Clarett. You just look at his face and you can tell things are going much better here in the 2nd half.
Maybe the grinding out we've been talking about, guys.
Untouched until right there for touchdown number 2. When this game began, Sonny Liston just hit a roundhouse.
Yeah. This is a prize fight.
As long as nobody says, cut me, Mick. I'll be all right. Right drag down for a loss. 2nd down and 11. Azame. Back is hit for another loss. Net loss 3. 3rd and 13 with 4 wide. Good protection on a 3-man rush. Schweigert is open at midfield and a diving catch at the 46 of the Buckeyes. Double coverage this time on a little out by Fillmore. Azame on 2nd and 5 will keep. And pick up the first down. And the marker is down.
Left rail, the right tackle.
Back in their own end of the field at the 47 with a second down at 15. And the Buckeyes come after him. Good call. Screen set up for Wright. And he'll get about half what they needed. Here's a 3rd and 8. And Bazinet hangs this one out. Incomplete for Swigert. And here come the flags on Dustin Fox.
Helping Northwestern stay in it.
From the 30. Wright keeps the legs going. They have given up over 100 yards on the ground for only the second time this year. Bazinet keeps it. And then looks up, throws, and Roger Jordan.
Nice compliment there.
Bazinet for Patrick. Coonley hit hard.
Fine. They must.
Second and less than 1. And it's right. And he has the end zone.
They listen to you, Bill.
What a great job by the men up front for Northwestern. Number 62, Austin King.
Extra point added by Wasilewski. 8-point game. I don't know if you'd call it a missed tackle by Doss, but it was a too little, too late tackle.
Was that a missed tackle by Doss? My goodness.
He scores anyway. Just leans forward. He's got the 6. And he's got the Wildcats back in it.
Fantastic block.
Another short high kick, which worked a week ago, and they tried it twice tonight, and neither time has it worked for the Wildcats. Took the SAT 1470. Juggled and caught by Clarett. And Clarett with some open field moves.
That is remarkable. Playing their guts out here in this game, too.
On 2nd and 1.
Clarett, the ball carrier.
That's good work.
Back to Ross. And Ross is in the secondary with another Buckeye first down.
Especially if they can hang in here and have a chance.
Ross for 5 more. And not many people would have figured this to be a 1-score game with 15 minutes to go. Not with Clarett on the field. He's carried 20 times, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. But Wright has been at least as good. He's helped keep the Wildcats in the game. Heavy underdog has had an answer for it. Clarett off tackle to set up a 3rd down and 1. And the Buckeyes go 3 tight ends, I formation. Give it to Clarett, who dances into the secondary with a first down inside the 20.
Offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
Great time.
Krenzel on 1st and 15. Guns wide. It is caught by Jenkins and almost intercepted. And 13 yards, 2nd and 2. Ross in the backfield. Gets away from Dominique Price and has 1st and goal Ohio State at the 7.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Dead ball, personal foul on the defense. Dead ball, personal foul on the offense. Both penalties will be enforced. The first penalty will be half the distance against the defense and then 15 yards back on the offense.
Would have been 1st and goal. Krenzel for the fade to Vance, just overthrown. Clarett. Breaking tackle. Into the 12. Buckeyes go 3 wide. Vance in motion. And a low snap handled by Krenzel. In trouble though, and has to throw it away.
Kicker.
Needs this to make it a 2-score lead, and he can't be any more perfect than that. 27-16 Buckeyes. They have an 11-point lead with 11:28 to play. 9 Eastern Monday night. Bazinet. Back to work. Short toss, and Mark Fillmore goes. Bazinet. 16 out of 30, 194 yards. Only 3 out of 12 on third downs tonight. Can Bazinet keep his streak going? Yes. Coonley Patrick. And has really established himself, if he hadn't already, as the man at quarterback. Bazinet has now hit 9 straight. And just on 10. Illinois Player of the Year 2 years ago out of Arlington Heights. Another big hit. This one intended for Backus.
You wondered if Doss would hit like Roy Williams. I think he does.
Gamble. Returning Huffman's punt. Not for much, though. They had him corralled at the 21. And just about any of the last 22 have been. And the Buckeyes will try to run some more clock. Clarett again gets about 5 yards. Refuses to slide. Second down and 4. And Clarett cornered his 4th already. They blitz. Craig Krenzel gets away from trouble. Throws on the run. And incomplete.
Your first.
See if the Cats come after Groom, they don't get anywhere near it. Gets off a short, low kick. Coonley Patrick. Faces good kick coverage. As we do. Bazinet and Wright wrapped up on a quick. Recruited as a safety, so he's been all over. Back at linebacker this year. Patrick, Wright it is. May have looked ahead to the Cotton Bowl this week. Bazinet pumps, and that was a broken play. He didn't think about it. Huffman driving Gamble to the 13. Buckeyes will start at the 18.
That's good efficient use of space right there. Why did you come back to me with that one?
You don't have that many great ideas. What was that play, by the way?
That was
Looked like a good one.
yeah, it was trips, and it was a sprint out.
Clarett having that wearing effect.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he really has some power.
Flag down. And Clarett chased to the sideline by Braden Jones. But he may double it. This is going to be Heisman's as a junior and senior. Krenzel play action. Sliding catch across the middle by the tight end, Ben Hartsock, all night. Back to Ross now, and Ross with some nice open field cuts up to the 48. Already calculated the mileage from Columbus to Tempe, in fact. Should they get that far? He's run it for the 3rd time tonight. And if that continues, it's going to be awful tough to get to Tempe. Another lost fumble by Maurice Clarett. Now that may turn out to be the bottom line tonight if the Wildcats can cash in with 2 more scores. Leaping grab. Question mark and a non-starter tonight. Looks fine. Bazinet looks up, sees room. But what a job by Matt Wilhelm. Would have been a big gainer, only 2. Bazinet well protected, throws it right to C. Grant. How did he not see him? And the Buckeyes take it right back.
Well,
they very well close out their hope. Ross. Wildcats have all 3 of their timeouts. Lydell Ross short of the first down. The former Browns, Ravens-Browns. Our coverage begins with NFL primetime 7:30 Eastern. And first down picked up by Lydell Ross. Point wins. Maybe more than 11. Deep ball back in the end zone, just overthrown, intended for Gamble. To give it back to the Ohio State offense. And Clarett, you're 140 yards.
That's what can be done when the coaching staff wants it to.
Here's a 3rd and 8, and Krenzel will be sacked. Lauren Howard pooches it, and it's going to go ahead into the end zone.
In practice, and I imagine they'll be in the fastest mode right now.
Razade throwing it away.
And you've got to throw the
Intentional
ball.
grounding on the offense. There was no receiver in the area, and the passer was in the box.
Not efficient.
No, not efficient.
Razade has it complete, and it is fastest. Quick as they can possibly get a snap off. This is underthrown, incomplete to Schweiger.
They're deep now.
Get there, yes.
Razade looks up. He had 2 good targets that time, and Coonley Patrick has the confidence in the huddle, but consistent mechanics and execution. Incomplete, led Schweiger.
From the words, they change up all the time.
Open again, free, and they did not signal an incompletion. It's a fumble recovery for Donnie Nicky. So Ohio State will make it 23 in a row over Northwestern for the Wildcats.
Who gave Iowa all they could handle today. So they've got to step it up on the road a little bit.
But you know what? They're undefeated.
That's exactly right.
You have to win your games. When you don't play at your best, you have to find a way to win, and they did that. With all the turnovers, after all is said and done,
absolutely,
they got it on the scoreboard.
A lot harder than most people figured this one would be. But the Buckeyes stay perfect at 6-0.